Alrighty folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have a Justin Allgaier Hellman's Darlington Throwback from 2022. I believe this car actually won the Darlington race, which if that's the case, that's pretty cool. But I got some I don't know, I just got a little bit of some spicy opinions about this paint scheme. I don't know what it is about these Hellman's cars, but I just don't like them. I don't know, man. I'm so tired of seeing them. Every year, Dale Jr. has a Hellman's paint scheme. I don't know. Maybe it's the color palette. Maybe I'm just tired of seeing these cars. I don't know. Got Justin Allgaier. Got the number 7. Got a retro font. It does come with a little free sticker. The packaging does have the accurate font up here. You have the color palette. Very, very nice. This car does not have the Darlington wheels, so if you're a purist, if you want the most authenticity, you're going to have to add your own banners. You're going to have to add your own wheels to it. Let's go to the caboose of this card back here. And this wave was actually a very, very good wave, all things considered. You have the Trevor Bayne exclusive, which was the best car of 2022 in the Authentics line because half the waves suck, so it's kind of like a low-hanging fruit. This car was botched. This was made on the blurry, crappy, staticky decals. They even made the chase piece that way. This was a pretty popular exclusive, this Brad K. So this was from a pretty good wave, but this is definitely a car that... if I wasn't doing diecast reviews, I would not have picked up, in my honest opinion. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and open it up. Alrighty, folks, and here we go. Right in the good old box, and let's dive into this diecast review. So, this is a retro paint scheme. It's supposed to be kind of bulky, supposed to be very, very plain at the same time, but it's retro. You know, I like retro stuff. So, let's dive into this diecast review. Now, this car, unfortunately, was canceled in the Gold Series, so you cannot pick it up at, Circle B Diecast or whatnot, but, for all your other diecast needs, head over there to Circle B Diecast and help support the channel. Use that promo code, guys, if you feel like it. You don't have to. Love you regardless, and helps out the channel, helps me be able to get new 2023s into the studio, and helps keep the channel going, so feel free to check that out. But at this hood design, when I keep looking at these fonts, and I think of two things. Robert Yates Racing fonts, and I think of the Thor Sport fonts. Does that not look like a Matt Crafton 8? I'm just keeping it... That's the stuff I look at. When I look at numbers, and I see a font that looks familiar, I think of NASCAR. That's just how I am. That's how much I love this sport. It really reminds me of the Thor Sport fonts. Got Hellman's right there, the jar on the hood. Go to the front of the car. You got the dark blue, the 7. You got a pretty egregious decal overlap there. That's no fun. Got Simpson, ARP, Sunoco, JRM. Go to the left side of this car. Now, my biggest oopsie-doo about these Xfinity Camaros is they are so bulky. I don't know what it is about these Xfinity Camaros, that they are so much wider and heavier. This is solid metal right here. This whole front end is solid metal. They're heavier and they're thicker than they need to be. And the reason why I know this is when you compare these cars to the 124 scale, the 124s look a lot more realistic, like just the proportions of it. These 164 scales they're a little bit thicker, and especially right here. When you're building your own version of these cars, this area right here usually is too long. And when you look at the 2017 and 2018 variants of this car, and I'll show one real quick on Studio. This is a 2017 and 2018 Xfinity Camaro. Now look at the side pods. It's a very subtle difference, but the number 15 car I'm building, that car has a thinner side pod, so decals will overlay and fit a lot better. My point is with all this mumbo jumbo is that the 2017 and 2018 is actually significantly more accurate to the real 2023, 2022, 21, 20, and 2019 Xfinity Camaro than the car that was actually produced that year. For whatever reason, they made these cars thicker, which makes them less accurate. The spoilers are accurate on these. However, on the 2017, 2018, they're not. But I could care less about the spoilers because the Cup Series ones are not even accurate half the time. They usually are supposed to be very shorter with a clear panel. So I could care less about the spoiler. Let's get back to the diecast review. We've got Justin Allgaier. That logo is botched. Got Exalta, American flag, Unilover, whatever the biff that is. Hellman's established 1913. Degree. Hellman's. Why can't we get a Degree car? That would be a pretty cool paint scheme. Branded Professional Agriculture number 7. Xfinity Mobile 1. Arrowhead Brass. NASCAR Race Car Goodyear. Go to the caboose of this diecast. Got Hellman's. You got your Racing Electronics. Mechanics Were Mac Tools number 7. Got the Chevrolet bow tie. Go to the right side of this diecast, and I just I don't know, man. Oh, this decal splotch, that's always fun. Like, I'm just not a fan of all the Hellman's cars. To me, the Hellman's cars are just, I don't know, the colors for them, the paint schemes, like all the Dale Jr. ones, every single year he runs one. And to me, they almost always look very plain or ugly. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it 100% honest, guys. Like, I love the Bass Pro Shops JRM paint schemes. I love the Tire Pros paint schemes, Accelerate, whatever, Sam Mayer's car. Those look good. And then I look at these Hellman's cars, and I'm just like, eh. Yeah, I don't know. They're just boring to me. I know I'm being way too critical, guys. Got number 7 right there. I know this. I think this is supposed to be an Earnhardt throwback, which, you know, I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't know. Not really a fan of the paint scheme. Got Food Line, Hellman's. Got Hellman's on the back. I mean, if it said Wrangler on it, that would be really freaking cool. I would love that. But I'm not just hooting and hollering over a Mayo sponsor. I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all think about this paint scheme? You know, for a throwback, I guess it's pretty cool. It's not something that I would go out of my way to get. This would probably be a donor one day, so that's good. And plus, it doesn't have the Darlington wheels, which actually works in my favor because I don't want to find a Darlington car or I don't have to find a standard paint scheme to swap it out. I can literally just turn this into a normal paint scheme, spray the interior, put window banners on it, and call it a day. It's always interesting to me how these die-cast molds for these cars are so much thicker. And a lot of people don't notice that. But when you take these cars and you strip them down to the bare metal and you compare, I mean, just a quarter of an inch difference, it makes all the difference. The sides up here are wider than they need to be. This area is wider than they need to be. The whole car itself is heavier than it needs to be. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why, but to me, the 2017-2018 car, if I was going to make my own Xfinity car for my collection, I would use that mold instead of this one. Because this one, it's inaccurate, it's too thick, and the wheelbase to me, I don't know, the wheelbase just looks kind of funny. I don't know how to really describe it, but when I look at this one, I'll show it again on camera. When I look at this one, the wheels just look a little bit like where the wheels go. It looks more proportioned, right? It takes up more of the body. But I feel like on the Hellman's car here, which is the 2022 diecast mold, which is the same as 19 through 2023, the wheels look smaller because the body panels are larger. So it inevitably makes the car look bigger, but it makes the wheels look smaller. But over on the 2017-2018, here's a look at the spoiler. It does have these Gen 5-esque rumbles on the back. But with the wheels being, you know, or the body of the car being smaller, it makes the wheels look larger, so it just looks more proportioned. With this car, it just like, it's hard to describe, but when you spend so much time with diecast, you notice the tiny little details. And subtle details like seeing the wheels being a fraction smaller than they need to be, just at least visually, because of the body of the car, it does bug me. So, enough of me ranting. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video, guys. Hope you're having a swell day out there. I'll show this real quick on camera. This is, if I can get it, there we go. This is the cheap sticker that comes with it. It's the same as the paint scheme. I don't recommend using these in your car or something. They are so cheaply made. These things would probably warp in sun weather and all that good stuff very quickly. This is something I wouldn't even peel off of here. I would literally just leave it on here. Honestly, here's my honest advice. You would probably be better taking a magnet plate and putting it on the back of here and then putting it on a refrigerator, to be honest with you. Now, I will say, if you do use glue or anything, glue over time has oils, and it will stain this paper. Now, this paper is going to yellow 20 years from now. So when you see when 2040 comes, this is going to be yellowed. But glue has oils, and it will yellow things. So if you do put glue on it, just know it's probably going to alter the backing color of this, because the white gives this opacity, X, Y, and Z. I don't know why it's relevant, but I'm just saying. I would put this like on a magnet. You know, if you're absolutely bent over the barrel to use it, put it on a magnet, and then you could use it anywhere in your house, right? I wouldn't just peel it off the sheet and watch this thing ripple away. They're very cheaply made, guys, just saying. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. God bless. Diecastbuffet signing off.